Good morning, designers, and welcome to episode 97 of Game of Rugs. Literally, I've been doing this for 97 episodes. You would think that I would check which episode we were on before I started filming it. Apparently, not so much. So I am excited to do this episode this morning, mostly because what I really want to do is get to my scores before that crazy April Fool's Day house where all the furniture was outside on the roof. Yeah, that one. So I want to finish reviewing scores before that one comes back so that we never have to talk about it. So I thought that, I thought that today we would start with the daily and vote first because I think you guys like the voting the most. It's so hard for me to imagine that you prefer the part of the program that isn't all about me, but people are just unpredictable like that. What can you do? So I have put together this room. I never have high hopes for the daily. Coffee. I never have high hopes for the daily, but I will say that I really like this room. I mostly do them to please myself. I'm not going to win, so as long as I get the prize, I don't really care. I do really like this room. I thought that this art was perfect for the view out the window with the pinky purple on the top and the blue on the bottom. And when I use this artwork, this rug is my favorite rug to use with it. And just some of my favorite stuff to use together is in this room. And so we'll send this one in and wish it well. And in order to do that, we're going to need to do some voting. 2 rounds of voting. Okay, I don't remember this one. A bedroom? Yeah. Do you know what? I think I tried to do this room and I was terrible at it, so I didn't. I'm not really sure. Anyway, not a big fan of the whole fruit thing going on in the top, and there are no rugs. The room on the top really feels like somebody was just there for the prize or the money or whatever, which, no shade, good job, fine. But the room on the bottom has a somewhat cohesive design and, amenities like rugs and art, and yeah, we're voting for that one. Good job, Ravathi. Okay. Well, the room on the top has used rugs, and they're trying to pull from the color schemes of the rugs, the brown and the peach, to tie everything together. So the brown and blue artwork on the wall is building off the browns in the rug, and the peach artwork on the wall is building off the peach in the rug. But the 2 pieces of artwork do not go together. So, yeah, that room is kind of fail. Also, I don't know what's up with the yellow basket. Where's that coming from? The room on the bottom, the art is not... this is some of my favorite art. It's very strong, very modern, and contemporary art. It's quite stark. It does not go with these rugs, but I'm voting for this room on the bottom, and we're going to move on. Why does this game punish me? Every time we do these episodes, it decides that it's going to give us, the most boring rooms in the universe to vote for. Well, the room on the bottom is dull as dishwater, and the room on the top is only marginally less dull, but it does have the advantage of having terrible artwork on the walls. So I guess we're voting for that. Now I'm wondering if I did do this room because I could not possibly have done worse. Okay. The room on the top is not very good, and it's also really weird for like the beachy stuff to be in this Tokyo high-rise apartment with a clear Tokyo high-rise view out the window. So like I'm sorry, like maybe these people were just moved here on a corporate transfer from like, well, Miami maybe? I mean, I don't think anybody in Miami would own artwork as bad as this, but okay. I don't know. It's actually not that terrible. I'm just crabby because my freaking nose will not stop running. The room on the bottom is much better. It's very cohesive. It's, I mean, it's gold and yellow and black or brown. It's very unified. It doesn't look great somehow, but it's a really good effort, so we're going to vote for that. The room on the bottom is a non-event. The room on the top is like a lot better, a lot better. I also like this artwork. What is that? Level 80. Okay, well, do you know what? If this is a level 80 player, we should have high expectations of this room. And they are more or less met. The only thing I'm unclear about is the bed. I don't know why it's green. I mean, we can be pretty sure that this person at level 80 owns a black bed or a red bed or some other color bed. Oh, maybe I think the requirement was for a Joybird bed and maybe they only had a green one. Okay, well, good job, Amber. All right, one more round of voting, and let us hope it's less atrocious. Oh, okay. Okay, no, Frank, that's too noisy. I know that I'm supposed to like the room on the bottom more because it does a lot more with color. I don't. I'm already prejudiced against sofas in this colorway. The choice of rug is not like appropriate for the setting. This is a modern contemporary room. And the artwork, I understand why they've chosen it. But even the terrible teal artwork would have been better. They probably don't have access to that yet, though, in terms of their player level. So I can see that they've done the best job they can with what they have available, but the artwork really is not in service to this room. So the room on top, while it's not thrilling, is more appropriate to the setting, better coordinated, and we're voting for that. Wow. Okay. Wow. This is intense. Okay, so all of the dogs are doing their thing. Come on, Rocks. All right. I really like the room on the top. It's a lot more unexpected than the room on the bottom. The room on the bottom is really good, but it's not. It's also, to a large degree, it's predictable. The room on the top is not predictable, and a lot of thought has gone into the choices that have been made for this room. And while I actually objectively from my own point of view, I like the room on the bottom more. It's way more to my taste. I admire the room on the top more because that's a pretty stellar effort, and I love seeing that really old limited edition stuff that's been stashed away. So thanks for welcoming me back, Design Home, like I ever leave. So I'm going to vote for the room on the top. Good job. Okay, and then see, these are not good jobs. I mean, the room on the bottom is quite fresh. The black bench thing on the left is a disappointment to me. It needs to be brighter to work with the room. The room on the top is a better room. I mean, it's still not great, but it is better. It's interesting bench thing. What is that? Oh, okay. It's a Phillips Collection bench. Like, they're all weird. All right. Well, anyway, I do what I do like about the room on the top is the choice of the rug is a good choice on the black floor. So we're voting for the room on the top. Oh, the room on the top is actually using what are we calling these? Ottomans? Yes, that today's challenging word is ottoman. These ottomans are the ottomans that go with some of my favorite chairs. I mean, they're very difficult to use, but I do like them. The person in this room has done a good job. They clearly ran out of money because they've only put one piece of art on the wall. And I'm going to be honest with you. I try not to be like, oh, well, you didn't have any money, I'm not voting for your room. Because quite often I can see where they were going, and and the design aesthetic is there. But I am struggling with there not being two pieces of art on the wall. It's so unbalanced. On the other hand, the room on the bottom is like just teal everywhere, and I loathe it. I hate it. So I'm going to vote for the room on the top, which is a really nicely coordinated room, except for the missing piece of art. It is a beautifully coordinated room. I want to say that I'm not sure it's appropriate for the setting. The setting, as we discussed, is really contemporary, and the rug and the ottoman are very traditional. But what can you do? I'm not voting for the teal thing. Not voting for the teal thing on the top. Again, there's no art. And on the bottom, this is a nicely put together room. There's nothing to complain about here. Nothing. This is a good job. So let's vote for it. Okay. Designer 285, good job. All right, we have enough keys to enter, so let's finish. Submit design. Yay! Okay, so we've looked at the daily, we voted, we've submitted the daily. I just want to show you my Bally Bachelorette because I like it. I mean, it's a bundle dump, and I am guilty of that, but I like it anyway. You know why? Because I love yellow. I love yellow more than I hate teal. And so anything that turns up with yellow, I'm going to be all about that. Also, I would just like to say that it took me about 3 attempts at this room. Like, I put together the room and then emptied it completely and started over because I'm not that bright. And that's how long it took me to figure out that the natural lampshades at the top were yellow. Like, I kept trying to fill this room with natural material stuff and then was like, oh my God, why does this look like poop? And then I realized that the thing to do was just treat the lamps, forget what they were made out of and just treat them as yellow. And then I looked out the window and it was like, oh, okay, blue. And then I was like, oh, the bundle. We're supposed to use the bundle. And so my point is that took a disappointingly long time. and we should all be concerned about my intellect. All right, so here are my 4 most recent results. The last time we filmed, I was at a 4.76 or something, and immediately after I stopped filming, I managed to get a 4.77. There is video evidence of this. That's probably my highest score ever. So we're no longer there. Oh, you know what? I loved this room. I love a minty green me. I do. And I like all of this furniture, this oaky limed furniture. And I'm not quite sure why. Wow, is that atrocious? My God. Wow, that's shocking. I am shocked that got a 5. Wow. I mean, I'm not shocked that this got a 5 because it's mint and white. Like, what do you want? But wow, okay, that's a thing. And then you guys look at this. I mean, I guess the painting pulls it together, but that's a lot of shades of gray. Oh, and then there's this. Interesting choice of the poof. All right. Well, okay. I have now come to the conclusion that I don't mind that this room got a 4.44 because it's about 4.44 points better than any of the rooms that got 5s. So I'm just going to write that off to Design Home doing its thing and move on with my life. 4.64. Right, do you ever have those things where you just get trapped doing a room? Oh my God. I can't remember what the requirements for this room were. I think it might have been, I don't know. Whatever the manufacturer of this sideboard is, it was like you need 3 of that brand of whatever. And I had this sideboard, and then I bought this other thing over here, the cabinet. And at that point, I was committed. I was committed to this room. And I just went around and around and around trying to fill it with things. And eventually I just went with a room that I liked because I was not going to be able to put together a room that was going to score well. 4.64 is a score that makes me happy with this room. It's a good score for a room with a dead animal rug. And I mean, I know they're faux. And a dead animal hanging on the wall. Again, it's faux, but voters don't like it. And I get that. I like the overall aesthetic. And I'm not really hanging dead animals on a wall or on my floor, so I don't have the same problem a lot of voters have with it. And I do choose to use these items knowing that they're not necessarily going to score well at all. So a 4.64, I'm happy with that. Man, that is a lot of brown, but look at the Harry Potter owls. That person held on to their Harry Potter owl. God, I keep saying I wish I had held on to more of my Harry Potter owls, but realistically, I would have used them all by now. They are my favorite object in this game ever. I don't like this room, by the way. I don't like any of these rooms, actually. Okay, yuck. It's a lot of, oof, it's just so gloomy. I like this room. Look at the rug and the pattern. Look at the rug and the pattern on the cabinet. I love this milk cabinet. This person has been incredibly thoughtful and intentional. This is a beautifully and explicitly designed room. Look at the milk cabinet pattern with the rug pattern, which is even reflected in the lamp pattern. And all of the oak goes together really, really well. And I don't know when those branches were released, but they're gorgeous. This room is a stunner. That person deserved their 5. Absolutely. This person, not so much. Okay, well, you know what? That's my score. It's a good score for this room, and I'm pleased. A traditional remodel. Oh, I think this is the last of my ugly burgundy bundle dumps. I'm so sick of these. I mean, I guess I just used the rug. Yeah, I did actually only just use the rug, but it's so overwhelming. It feels like the rug is the room. I do like the art on the walls. We had discussed this art in a previous episode, and I did say I was going to buy it again, and I did. I like art that combines brown and black, and this game is really useful. And it's only marginally more ugly than a lot of the other art in this room. Why does this get a 5? It has nothing to do. I mean, it's a nice set of furniture that has nothing to do with the room that it's in. Nothing. It relates to the setting in no way. I know that this episode is making it seem like I'm bitter that I didn't get 5s. I've gotten loads of 5s in the last couple of days. I'm perfectly fine with my allotment of 5s. Thank you. I am genuinely cranky about rooms that are getting 5s. I mean, this one seems fine to me. If they went with gold, there's gold on the lamp ceiling pendants, so that's fine. But what is this? What? Oh yes, clearly peach is the color for this room. I don't know, you guys. Oh, could somebody just please check the rug with the art? What is going on? This game more than coronavirus, this game is capable of destroying my faith in humanity. No, we did that one. Hot diggity damn. Oh, wow. This feels like it was weeks ago. But yeah, I am glad that I saved my last 2 pieces of blue art and could use them in this room because they were perfect. They were perfect for the colors of the drapes and the ceiling light and basically the same texture as the sky out the window. And I couldn't imagine using anything else. And neither could anybody else who got a 5. Okay, that's not true. Some people didn't. Oof. Do we even want to wait for this to load? Maybe not. Let's see if we can get something else to load. Well, maybe I just got lucky on my 5. Why is my internet? Well, I know why my internet is unhappy. It's because there are literally 3.5 million people on our internet playing Call of Duty. Okay, well, maybe my room wasn't great and the standard for this room was just low, but I'm okay with that. Wow, this is very, very unattractive. Okay, well, geez. A lot of these rooms are really ick. Okay, does that make me less proud of my 5? My room is not ick. It's boring. It's not thrilling, but it is not ick. So I'm okay with this 5 and pretty pleased with this room. And so that's it. This is the end of episode 97. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see future episodes of Game of Rugs, please become a subscriber. We would love to have you. Bye now.